Remember this thing? The Nintendo 64? And this game for it, Ocarina of Time? Well, I do. I really like this one. I really like it. And I like the sequel too. And I also like the next one after that. No, not those two. I mean this one. And it seems most people agree these days. But what about back then? Reviews were mixed, to say the least. However, if you had missed your chance to get a hold of the Zelda's Collector's Edition compilation, you might have been interested in pre-ordering Wind Waker due to its promise of coming with a free copy of Ocarina of Time and a special Master Quest version with remixed dungeons. I'm sure the pre-order bonus of a free copy of Ocarina of Time and its Master Quest variant were the more interesting part of the deal for a good number of people, but I'm interested in something I think most people overlooked. How the hell did they get Ocarina of Time running on a Gamecube? A lot of people online think it's a full port, but that's untrue. It's very clearly emulation. So what matters here? Why do I care that it's an emulated version of Ocarina of Time? Simple. It's weird and unique. When they re-released Dobutsu no Mori on the Gamecube, they fully ported it, and when that was localized as Animal Crossing, they added more cool stuff to it and went well above the scope of anything you could do on the original N64. But for this little Ocarina of Time re-release that was only given out for a few promotionals to try and sell the GameCube and as a pre-order bonus for a completely separate game, they created a full emulator that was basically never reused for anything else. What always got me curious was what it would even be like to try and use the emulator for other ROMs. Would it work? Running Ocarina of Time as well as it does is quite the impressive task, and I can only assume that it is highly specialized, pairing off any unneeded functionality and making major compromises to make this one specific game run at full speed in 480p, but I never really understood enough about how it all worked to do any messing around myself. That is, until now. I found instructions for ripping the ROM from the ISO thanks to Ship of Harkinian, and by simply reversing them, I was able to inject ROMs into the ISO for the emulator to read from. There's only one problem. This emulator sucks at playing anything that isn't Ocarina of Time. This was already well known due to how much the Majora's Mask release on GameCube sucked, but even Mario 64, a game built on an earlier version of the exact same engine, does not work well at all. This emulator truly is highly specialized for exactly one game. Everything else I tried, Pilot Wings, I thought would surely work as another launch title for the system alongside Mario 64, but that one just completely doesn't boot. Banjo-Kazooie? Good luck, and you're definitely not getting GoldenEye. So what's the lesson here? I don't know. Honestly, I just feel glad to finally answer this burning question I've had for years. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and leave a comment so you can see more of me when I find motivation to make more of this stuff.